All right, guys, how's it going? It's your boy Alex back here again with another episode of Welcome to the Rodeo. Today I have a special guest in the building. He goes by the name of M.I.K. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good.
Already, that's good, man. So for the people that don't know, who is M.I.K?
Yeah, man. I go by the name M.I.K. Also by MaleekIsKing. That's basically what M.I.K means.
There we go.
Yeah.
MaleekIsKing. All right,
Sir.
so let's talk a little bit about growing up. How was it growing up for M.I.K?
Yeah, I grew up in Lagos, Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm originally from the U.S. though, but like I grew up back home,
Yeah.
with my people. It was like a great experience. I had the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
From a very young age, I already knew that like music was my calling. So like I'm just rocking with it right now. So.
That's perfect. So, you said music was your calling. Do you play any instruments? Did you start singing first, or how did the whole
Actually,
becoming?
no, no, I don't play no instruments. I don't do
Yeah.
nothing like none of that. But like, um, actually, I think it was probably like around the age of like 10.
10. Okay.
We used to have like this event back home. I went to a boarding school, and like I think maybe once a term, something like that. We always had like parties,
Yeah.
like end of the year party or like a end of the term party stuff. So they always had like this special performance
Mhm.
that like probably like the senior class would come out perform like, and that used to be like my most um interested like part of the whole party. So like from like that age, like the first time I think we had like this we had like this celebrity back home called Banky W.
Banky W.
Yeah, he actually finished from my high school, and he came one day. Like this was like my first year in like like in high school is like my first year, and he came back from the States to like promote a song that he had. And like
Okay.
he was like the first time I actually seen a person perform in person. Like, and the moment I saw him perform, like I was like the first person he came up to and shake. I was like, man, this is what I want to do. Like this is my calling right
yeah.
here.
This is your
Yeah,
passion for real.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Mhm.
Dang, 10 years old. That's whenever
Yeah,
music was.
that's when it hit me. And like
Yeah.
when I was like 16, when I was actually like leaving high school, he came
Yeah.
back, like on our graduation, and he performed again, and I was like, man, this is a sign right here.
Okay. Got you. Got you. So, when did you actually start taking music seriously? Like, putting out tracks. Going to the studio and actually, going
Yeah.
hard with it.
So actually the first time was like maybe like my second year in college.
Okay.
Yeah, UTA. I was probably like about the age of 17 or 18 at the
17,
time.
18.
Yeah. A friend of mine, like we were both into music. Like usually
Yeah.
we just like hang out, listen to a lot of rappers, and for some reason this day like just came about. Like we had like this deep conversation like about like what we wanted to do in life. Like our futures and stuff, and we just like, man, like I love doing music. Like
That's
I actually want to do music, and he was like, same for me too. Like, and he said like he had like a studio set up, that he had like packed up, but like he ain't never used it like in a very long time. So I
yeah.
was like, yo, bro, like that was actually the very first time like I actually held a mic.
How did that feel? How did that feel? Actually going in that studio, feeling that adrenaline, that rush. That.
Exactly. Like it was a rush. Like like I never experienced it before. Like so, like the first time,
Yeah.
like I was like, man, this is actually a hit right now. Like I was nervous as hell. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
I was nervous as hell. Then we recorded a song. The dude, like the actual producer that was on the song,
Okay.
I worked in one day, and like they were having like a party or something like
Mhm.
that, and he was producing for like an artist that stepped out, and he had a beat playing on, right? And I came into the room, and like I was like, man, this beat go hard. And he was like, oh,
Oh,
you want to just hop on the mic? I was like, hell yeah. I was
say
drunk.
less.
I was drunk as hell. Like I was drunk as hell. Like hell yeah, I'll just hop on the mic. So I started like freestyling for him, and I was like, man, this is cool. You should probably come back. I
Yeah.
have to record, and that's like how I got this music thing popping.
Damn, that's crazy though.
Yeah.
So it kind of seems just like, you know, life has been setting you up little by little for what you
Yeah.
say you're calling music.
Mhm.
This thing right here.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's crazy, man. That's a cool story though.
Mhm.
So UTA.
Yeah,
Okay.
I went to UTA. I went to UTA. I got into UTA.
What were you studying there?
I was studying information technology.
Okay, that hey,
Yeah.
that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So whenever you recently started the whole music career, did you get lots of support, or were there? What did your parents say?
Um, it's a funny question. Cause like at first I kind of like kept on the raps for my parents. Like
Really?
yeah, I didn't want them to know that like this was like what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Cause like I didn't know how they would take it. I didn't know
Yeah.
how they'd take it at first. So I was like, I'll just keep it on the raps. Like probably they'll eventually like once
Yeah.
I become
Once
big,
like
yeah they will definitely find out about it. Like and that's exactly what happened. I started taking my music serious,
Uh-huh.
and at the time, like when I first, came to the U.S., I came by myself though. I came like at the age of like 16, 17 by myself.
By yourself.
Yeah. So like when I started taking my music serious and all,
Mm-hmm.
then I don't know who heard about it first. Probably my mom or my dad. I think probably my mom, cause like I was closer to my mom.
Okay.
And the first song I put out, my mom heard it,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Oh, you doing music now?" That kind of stuff. Like, it got on the radio back home. Like it was actually like a big, song back home and
What?
stuff.
So
Yeah,
she just heard it from the radio just like
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But they got with it,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
say.
yeah. They're cool with it, right? They're
Okay.
cool with it now. Like I already let them know, like this is the only thing, you gotta take it, or leave it.
Yeah. Hey man, that's good. It's always good to follow your dreams, follow your calling for sure.
Mhm.
Even though it could be friends and family that tell you, no, don't do that, don't do this. If deep down this is what I want to do, man, go for it.
Yeah, cause
Don't.
at first, my mom was, like having like, second thoughts. She was like, just go to school, be a doctor, all that kind of
It's
stuff.
funny that you bring that up because I actually have friends that are Nigerian, and their parents are so like doctor, engineer,
Yeah.
and once they're into photography, they're into videos, and they see that they're like, no, it's better take the safer route, take the
Yeah,
safer route.
that's exactly how my parents are too.
Yeah.
But like, I already knew from a
This
very
is what I
young
want to
age
do.
that this is what I wanted to do. Like,
Yes,
and,
sir.
and I'm sticking to it all the way through. Right now, my mom is like my biggest supporter. Like she
That's
listens
good,
to my
man.
music and all. So.
That's what's up, man. That's good. Um, so did you first pop off here in Dallas, or was it back home?
Yeah, it was actually here back in Dallas.
Okay.
I started doing my music here, but at the same time, like I was always reaching out, like to the people I knew back
Yeah.
home, to like listen to my music, cause like I always want to keep connected, to my roots. So yeah, I have a big connection back home, so like they were able to get my songs, back on the radio and that kind of stuff. So yeah,
That's what's
been
up, man.
pretty
That's
good.
what's up. So currently you have a EP that people could stream everywhere called Chronicles of MIK.
Exactly.
You dropped this last year. Was it November, September?
It was in September. I
September
dropped in
for sure.
September, yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about the process of making that project, or what were you going through? What was the mindset?
Yeah, so actually when I first started making music, this was probably like back in 2016,
Okay.
2017. Yeah, I was making music and I was posting on SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
Then for a while, I kind of like lost motivation, for music,
Oh, okay.
at the time, that was like, with I was going back and forth with my parents, like they
Yeah.
wanted me to focus on school and all that kind of stuff. So like I kind of like lay down the music for a second,
Yeah.
but like I wasn't feeling fulfilled, like I wake up in the morning, I'm like, man, this is not what I want to do, like like so I had a couple of songs I already recorded, like
Mm-hmm.
over the years, and it just kind of like picked the best, like the best, and like I just kind of like summarized it and picked the best four. I felt like would
Okay.
be, like what highlights the best part of MIK. Who I want to see MIK as an artist. Who I want, like everybody to see MIK.
This is
So that was like the four songs. I decided to like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna put this out. Like as my first official, mixtape.
wow.
For everybody to know that, okay, yes, MIK is official now.
Damn, that's crazy, man. And what would you say is your favorite track from the EP?
That's a very funny one. Like to be honest, it
Yeah.
depends. It depends on my mood, cause like
Depends on the vibe.
it depends on the vibe I'm going for. That's exactly why I decided
Yeah.
to do it that way. Like cause like every single song, every four song has a different vibe to it.
Exactly.
So maybe I might wake up in the morning, like and hold you down, like
Yeah.
with the first song I decide to play, like especially this is Valentine period. Like Hold You
Yeah.
Down was like a song I recorded probably like in 2017 at the time,
Okay.
and like that's a very special song to me because like like I like when I recorded that song, it wasn't even like meant to be like a recording. We just kind of like were in the studio at the
Mhm.
time, and she recorded the chorus. Actually, no, the song, the beat that I
Mhm.
used for the song was meant for a totally different song,
Oh, wow.
right? So when I was at the studio, I played the song for like Wati, that's the girl I
Yeah.
featured on the song, and she was like, I really like this beat. Then she did the chorus to the song, and I kind of like rapped, like my verse, and she did the chorus. I was like, oh wow, this is actually lit
Yeah.
right now, like. So we finished it up, and like I love that song,
Dang.
I would say my favorite song it would probably be Money.
Yeah.
Money was with Nafty. That's my friend. That's my brother right there. He came all the way from Michigan,
Okay.
to record the song with me. He's back home in Nigeria right now, but he might be coming
Yeah.
back sometime this year. He just went back for like a little vacation.
That's what's up, man. That's
Yeah.
what's up. As before you got here, we were actually listening to Levels. That's probably one of my favorites. I guess you could say because I like to, turn up and party.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
that
That seems
hype.
to that seems to
Yeah.
be everybody's
Yeah.
favorite song. Levels. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like the song that I had the most request for. So that's
Okay.
why I decided to shoot the videos for Levels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of all 4 songs, I decided to shoot the videos for Levels.
Yeah, for sure. That thing, it bumps for sure, man. It's on
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. So what else can we expect from MIK?
Hey,
Are you working on an album or mixtape, or what are some of the things lined up?
This year, I'm working on both an album and a mixtape.
Okay.
I actually have I'm working on 2 mixtapes right
Yeah.
now. I have a mixtape coming up with my partner,
Yeah.
B Riggy.
Yeah.
I also have another mixtape coming. I'm cooking up on myself, and I have an album. M.I.K's Chronicles of MIK 2.
Yeah.
It's coming out this year as well. I also have the project. Probably. I don't want to go into too much details about
Okay.
it. But like I got another project working on with my bro, B Riggy. As well.
Wow.
And I
Dang,
have-
that's crazy, man. That's a
Yeah.
lot of music. You're gonna go hard this year for sure.
Hell yeah, I got
Uh,
a lot of singles coming out too.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to get this. I'm about to get it popping.
Yeah, that's amen. Best of luck for sure. We actually had Riggy, last week we interviewed him, and he
Oh.
mentioned Moon Rocks, was dropping with you. That thing is hard, bro.
Hell yeah.
Actually, what I do is, I just be playing, bumping in the car with the homies and stuff. And then sometimes I drop that, they'll be like, "Hey man, who's that? Who's this right here?" I'm like, "Man, that Moon Rocks right there, Riggy
Yeah,
and
yeah.
MIK for sure."
Yeah. We got another
Yeah.
song coming out pretty soon too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he said anything about that, but like we're probably gonna have like the video for Moonrocks coming out shortly too, and we got another song coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that beat was good. You guys spitting on the flow, he hit it with the Spanish. English,
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
thing was crazy.
That was like a very different vibe for me, cause like
Yeah.
that was like the first time I ever had like a Spanish like artist on my song, like, and he killed it, he
Yeah.
killed it all the way, like.
It came out good for sure,
Yeah.
It came out good. So shout out Riggy B for sure.
Yeah.
And then you guys are doing a project, you said, right?
Yeah. We're working on a
What do you
project.
plan to drop first? Would it be the mixtape first, and then Riggy project, and then the album, or what are the things you have lined up, or it's just whatever you're feeling,
Yeah,
whatever comes first?
Yeah, right now we're just going with the flow right now.
Okay.
It really just depends. We don't have like a set song we're about.
Yeah.
I would say probably we're gonna have the song drop next.
Okay.
We have like a video coming out. We have a song coming out, but like we have the. I don't know if it's probably gonna drop I don't really know too much about
Yeah.
like how he's doing. What he's gonna drop next with his music, but like I know he's working on his album though.
Okay.
So he might drop his album first, or might drop the project, the mixtape first. It really just depends.
Okay,
depends on the vibe,
that's what's up. So just going with the flow right now.
Yeah, we're just going with the.
But
flow
you
right
said
now.
a single is gonna be coming out soon.
Yeah.
Do you know the name of that single yet?
Yeah. Yeah, it's called Loyalty. We
Loyalty.
got Loyalty coming out.
Okay.
We got Loyalty coming out. That's another hit right now.
Dang,
We got
that's-
cooking up.
Are you guys gonna drop a video soon for any of the songs, especially that Moon Rocks record, man?
Hell
I
yeah.
would say capitalize on that momentum that you guys have, and shoot a video for it, and put it out in the streets. Let more
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Like the feedback I've been getting from Moonrocks has been overwhelming. So definitely, we're gonna shoot a video for that and have
That,
that pop in very soon, very
that's
soon.
what's up, man. Hey, man, hit me up. I'm trying to be on that video too, for sure. Hit me up.
Yeah, hell yeah. You can come through. You can come
Yes,
through.
sir.
You already know the vibes.
Already, man. So, are you independent or are you signed or what's the situation?
Yeah, right now, I pretty much started I pretty much started up my own record label
Okay.
called Labatas Worldwide.
Labitas
Yeah,
Worldwide.
Labatas Worldwide. That's the record label I started with my partner Ricky B. Um, right now we have probably about two artists.
Okay.
2 3 artists under the record label. We're working with
Gotcha.
one more right now. We're trying to get everybody out there. But it's a gradual process. But like on the main run, we're not signed to like no major
Yeah.
record labels or anything. We're doing it independently. We decided to start.
That's something you want to stick with, make sure that you're your own boss, or would you ever be into signing for a label?
I'm not against the idea of
Yeah.
getting like signed or anything. But right now, like I prefer to be my own boss.
Yeah.
I prefer to my
This is what's working for you.
exactly. This is what works for me best. Like if I do get signed, it'll
Yeah.
be on my own terms.
For sure.
Like, so
That's what's
yeah.
up, man. That's what's up. So when are you gonna do ever like a collab with all the artists? You know how sometimes they drop the whole label drops the album. Is that something maybe in the works?
Yeah, definitely. We got that in the works too. Like that's part of the project. I was speaking
Okay.
about with Ricky B. Like we're working on that as well. We have a few artists. We have working that we're trying to get on the record label as well. Like on the tape as
Okay.
well. We have a few artists that we're working in right now that we'll eventually announce.
Okay.
When I feel like the time is right. To get their stuff out there and everything. But yeah, you should expect a lot of music coming out this year.
2020, you going hard.
Yeah, from Labatas Worldwide, definitely.
Labitas Worldwide. Okay, we'll be waiting for that to drop for sure. You always gonna have our support here at Welcome to the Rodeo.
Mhm.
That's no problem. So let's switch it up a little bit. How is your song making process? Are you the type that writes, freestyle straight up, feels the beat, or
So that's a good question. For me, it really just depends, yeah.
yeah,
Cause sometimes I come up in the studio, like and I could just freestyle, but most of the
Yeah.
times I decide to like actually sit down and write, and I'm one of those people that actually take my time, to write,
Yeah.
like cause like I like to think about every single thing, that I put out, like
Dang.
I go over every single line and say, okay, it might be best to put this way, put that way, and
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So yeah, sometimes I'm very detail oriented when it comes to my music, and sometimes like depending on my mood, I could just hop in the booth and like just drop like a 12, 16 bar, like
Dang.
verse. So yeah, it really just depends on like how I'm feeling that day. It depends on the beat as well. Some beats I hear from like I could just listen 5 seconds in and like boom, like
This is what I
I have the song down already. Like I just hop in the
Damn.
studio and I record it. Like sometimes like I hear the beat, I hear like 3 times, I go over and over and like, okay, this is a dope beat. Then I sit down,
Yeah.
and actually like write to it.
So pretty much best of both worlds. You could
Yeah.
either just vibe with the beat and just go straight to the booth, or
Yeah,
write it
yeah,
out for sure.
Exactly. So it
Okay.
really just depends. It depends on the mood I'm in at the moment.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up
Yeah.
for sure. What are some of the artists that you would like to work with, if you have any?
Yeah, definitely. Key Glock.
Key Glock, yes,
Key
sir.
Glock is definitely one of those artists that like I love his music, and is one of those artists that I would definitely want to work with.
Yeah.
Um,
They're actually coming, right? Dolphin, Key Glock,
Yeah.
this month. This month.
oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh,
So shoot, man.
definitely.
Hopefully, you're able to hook up something, man. Hook up something with them.
Yeah, we'll try to see, what we could do, like, with them. Yeah, I definitely like Key Glock, definitely. Hopefully, maybe this year, we can get something down with him.
Yeah.
Another artist that like I definitely fuck with is the Baby.
The Baby, yeah.
I mean, but like the Baby right now, he's super popping. Like I mean, I don't know. It might be hard to get in contact with
Yeah.
with an artist like that though. But like the Baby, Lil Baby, this kind of artist though.
For
But
sure.
for sure. Once I get my stuff popping too. And like definitely.
Yeah, it's always good to make sure you network with people, because it could be that that person leads you to having that connection with that other artist and make sure that you knock out that track.
Hell yeah.
What would you say are some of the artists that are some of your inspiration growing up?
Mm. Growing up,
Yeah.
can't lie. Growing up, I used to listen to a lot of 50 Cent.
Yes, sir.
Man, 50 Cent is one person even up to today. I still
Yeah.
listen to his music, man. I follow him on Socialgram, man. 50 Cent be cracking me up every day.
Man, 50 is one of my favorite rappers for sure too. I
Yeah.
always say, learning English at first, Get Rich Die Trying, man. That was one of the albums I would always put for sure. I took a picture with him. It was like last month because he does the little
yeah.
alcohol
Oh yeah, yeah,
promos.
with his drinks.
So I was like, man, 50. Hopefully next year I could be interviewing. He like, yeah, man.
For sure, definitely. Another artist too that I really fuck with, McMill though. Man,
Meek.
I grew up. I grew up in the new school. Like I grew
Yeah.
up listening to McMill. From when it started, to like the kind of person he is right now. I grew up on Wale too. I grew up on
Wale.
MMG. That's
That's
the
what's
main
up.
music I mainly listen to. Drake, like Drake has been, from like when I was like a little kid, probably like when I
Yeah.
realized, okay, this is what I wanted to do, like Drake has been, out there for that long, so yeah,
Damn.
that's it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's a good list of artists that you want to work with and
Yeah.
inspire you for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think really keeps you motivated and inspired to keep making music, keep making all these tracks? Where do you get your inspiration from?
Man, to be honest, when it comes to like the music, to be
Yeah.
honest, I just maybe like I could wake up in the morning, like and I listen to maybe because like I have a good network of friends that
Yeah.
make music as well too, that
That's
up
good,
and coming
man.
as well. So like I could just wake up in the morning, I check my gram or I check my feed and I see like my dudes like on the on your shit. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I need to be on my shit too, like
For
I might
sure.
wake up like 5 a.m. in the morning, man. Like, grab a pen, start writing, I'll listen to beats and stuff. So like, I mean, for me, it's not hard to, cause like, this is my calling, it's like I wake up every day, and I want to do music, like it's not like, like, oh, maybe today I don't feel like, hopping in the studio
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff, like, it's just
And like you said, it's good to have that circle that really motivates you to grow as a person. You don't want to just stay stagnant always. So
yeah.
that's good that you have friends up and coming as well, and you
Mhm.
see them working hard, and that's motivation for you as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what's up, man. So actually coming up, what were some of the lessons that you learned? The do's and don'ts whenever you're up and coming rapper.
One thing I did learn, like, in this music industry, man,
Yeah.
there were a lot of phony people. That
For
for
real.
sure. That for sure, man. A lot of corny ass people.
Dang, man.
The people that people that are gonna use you for sure. Like that's one thing. That's
Yeah.
one thing. That's the biggest thing. I learned off the jump. I'm a quick learner.
Yeah.
So. The first thing, like I had a partner that I was working with.
Okay.
I decided to take a step back. That was
Yeah.
during that period. I wasn't really doing music and just kind of like learn, like the music industry. And see how like the things work and all. It's like I kind of learned from his mistakes
Okay.
in a way.
That's good.
And at the same time, like I had it happen to me as well. I had people, come up to me, like, oh yeah, we're gonna take you to this, I work with that, da 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 da,
Oh, okay.
and that kind of stuff. You invest, you do all that kind of stuff, and next thing, they go ghost,
Dang.
So I'm like, yeah, that's one thing, I definitely learned.
So you gotta know,
You
I
gotta know who you have to know who you're working with.
For
You
sure.
have to
Lots of
definitely-
snakes out here.
Exactly.
Lots of snakes out here for
Mhm.
sure.
Mhm.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So what really separates you from all these other up and coming artists? What do you say are?
Man, I would say, like nobody really makes the type of music I make, like
Okay.
I got too many flavors when it comes to like, when it comes
Yeah.
to like, my music, I don't just stick to one thing. I like to keep people I like to keep a open variety, my music, like, I do slow songs, when it comes to it, I do trap, I do like hardcore rap, like I do Afro beats too,
Yeah.
sometimes. So like, it really just depends, not a lot of people can do that, like
Exactly. So you don't
So-
want to be stuck in that box.
Exactly. I
This
don't-
is MIK's
yeah, exactly.
sound, and that's it.
I don't want people to just put me in that box and be like, oh yeah, like, oh that's that's all he can do.
That's
like,
all. Yeah.
Exactly. Like when I want to, like as I entering the game, I want people to know that okay, yes, this, you
Yeah.
got this archive, you got this arsenal of different flavors, like you can deliver at every single time,
That's
yeah.
what's up, man. And that's really what's gonna create longevity here,
Hmm.
because as you know, music's always changing.
Exactly,
Music's always
exactly.
changing. You gotta really be two steps ahead of everybody else because music's always changing, and especially the rap game, especially
Hmm.
the rap game.
Exactly.
Short attention span. It's a youthful genre. So
Hmm.
what could have been popping 5 years ago is not gonna
Exactly.
be
It's not
popping.
gonna be poppy,
Yeah,
forever though. So like, you gotta
that's
keep
good,
people,
man.
on the tiptoes. You gotta keep them, like guessing, like, oh yeah, man, damn, okay,
You
this
switched it
is,
up. Whoa, what is this?
this
Yeah.
is it. This is lit though.
Okay.
I didn't know you could do that.
That's what's up, man. That's good
Yeah.
to hear. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Man, touring, man, like,
Touring.
whew, hell yeah,
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20 years, man. I'm on the road. I'm getting
Yeah.
that money.
Where are some of the cities you want to go to
Uh, in the U.S. or like around the world.
around the world?
Um, to be honest, like, I mean, apart from like my music, I do love to travel. So
Okay.
like, I've been to a few countries myself. Like I've been to a few cities here in the U.S. as
Yeah.
well. So like for me, like I would say like right now, the main cities that I haven't been to that I would love to go to,
Yeah.
probably like vacation destinations, probably like Venus. I would love to perform in Italy or something,
Yeah.
like, or Sweden, somewhere that, like
Something
they
crazy.
don't exactly somewhere that they don't even fucking speak
Yeah.
English. Like, man, I'll go perform, like turn that shit up.
That's
I love to
what's up.
perform in London too. Like it's been a while since I've been there, but like like
London.
I have a deep connection, there as well. I have a roots there as well. Like have family based there as well.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up for sure. So, do you ever think about maybe going back to Nigeria and having a big concert, just like
Hell yeah, definitely. That's gonna be a thing that eventually I'm gonna have to do. Labatas Worldwide, we're gonna eventually like start this
Yeah.
festival that we do every year, maybe twice, 3 times a year in like different locations.
Oh, wow.
And definitely, Nigeria is definitely going to be one of that.
Yeah.
One of those locations we're gonna have. Probably like we're gonna have maybe 2, 3 music festivals in a year, and we're just gonna have it moving from city to city.
Dang, that's
So,
what's
yeah.
up, man. So you've really been planning this and thinking about
Yeah,
what are you gonna do?
definitely, man.
That's good, man.
I'm always on my tiptoes.
That's what's
Yeah.
up, man. That's what's up. So where can people find your music? Is it streaming? What's
Yeah.
the YouTube channel? Let us know.
So definitely, you guys can find my music at I have my music everywhere on all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, you name it. You can find my music at MaleekIsKing.
MaleekIsKing.
Yeah, MaleekIsKing. That's MaleekIsKing. All one word.
Yeah.
Just kind of put it like that. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. What is the legacy that you want to leave in the game right here? What is the
Def-
legacy?
Definitely, like I want to be a form of inspiration for the up and
Yeah.
coming artists. Like I want people to look back, probably by the time I'm done with the music game, and look
Okay.
back and like, oh yeah, he did his thing. Like kind of like I want to empower people in order
Uh-huh.
to make better choices in life in general, not just by like music wise.
Okay.
Like I want people to listen and be inspired. Like make better decisions when it comes to
Oh,
life.
wow.
It's not everything doesn't have to be like about like being a thug or
Yeah.
being like like about
Drugs
that,
and all
yeah,
that.
exactly, not that kind of stuff. I'm not about that life.
For sure.
I'm about empowering people. Like I do my music. I love to flex. So like most of the
Yeah.
songs I'm making is about that flex. I want people to be on their grind. Like
Mhm.
make that money. Like make sure you're in a better position than you were before you heard my songs. So that's kind of like the
That's good, man. It's always good to make sure you help others. Make this world a better
Yeah.
place for sure. Better than whenever we started. So, what else can we expect from M.I.K? The single. Do you know when it's gonna drop?
We do not have a release date
Okay.
yet, but definitely, we're in the month of February. We're gonna have another song, definitely drop this month as well.
Okay.
We're
Is
dropping
this
a
gonna be a slow song, hype song?
Hey,
No.
you just gotta wait and see. You just gotta
Okay.
wait and see. We got a song dropping every month this year for sure.
Dang, every month
Hell
dropping
yeah.
a single.
Yeah, we're dropping a song every month this year. Like we're working. We got something popping every
That's
month.
what's up, man.
Yeah.
So what other plans do you have this year? Do you ever plan on going on tour here in Texas? What do you have planning?
So like I got a couple shows booked up already. I actually do have another show next week.
Yeah.
Pulse for the Hour Zero Sound. You guys can check my IG out for that. This year, we definitely going to do a lot of shows, a lot of performance. We're gonna have 1 or 2 music festivals, that we're gonna host, and at the same time, we're gonna perform at.
Okay.
So for the most part, definitely this year, we're gonna be out there when it comes to like the shows, and you're just gonna get like a lot of people in the DFW, just to recognize the sound and get used to.
So pretty much, follow you on the IG. That way you could keep the people updated.
Exactly.
Keep the people, let them know what shows you're gonna be or what spots you're gonna be performing at and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I really do appreciate you coming here. If you could look at that camera, what right here. What else do you want to tell the people? Before we wrap it up.
Hey man, I ain't got not much to say, but you guys go check out my music. I got a lot of dope music, SoundCloud. You could check out my some of my old songs, on SoundCloud. Check out some of my new stuff, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. Support the movement. It's Laboratoires Worldwide. It's your boy M.I.K.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Thank you guys for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Get notified whenever we do drop other episodes. Thank you and have a great day.
All right. That's what's up.